Okay, now we're going to add some more bones. We're going to add some in the mouth area to help open and close the jaw, and we're going to add a couple in the eye area to control the eyelids and the eye. The procedural networks in Houdini will let you go back and add these joints, and when you do, all the other nodes in the network, including the biharmonic capture, will update to reflect the changes. This gives you flexibility when you're first setting up your creature's rig. So let's go back and let's set the display flag, or template flag rather, on Fur Dude, and go back to the skeleton node here. We're just going to add some joints with this. Press spacebar B, so we're getting back into this area here, and we want to add some joints into there. So again, we want to be in create mode, and we want to click on the neck 1 joint, put a jaw out here, and a lower mouth out there. Middle click, set modify, so we'll just rename that jaw, and we'll rename this one lower mouth. Now, at this point, if you aren't happy with the positions of any of these, you can use tweak mode here and child compensate. So what happens is tweak mode will let you click and move joints around, and by default it will take the whole hierarchy with it. So if I click this, it'll take the whole hierarchy with it, which may not be what you want. You can also turn on child compensate, which will allow you to adjust each one individually and not worry about that. So if I want to put this a little bit there, or if I said, you know what, I want to even these out a little bit more, maybe put that about there, that's fine. And maybe I want to line this up with the eye, so I want to lower that head node down to line up better with the eye, actually a little bit lower. So that can all be done using that tweak mode, and we're ready to go. So now that we made those kinds of adjustments, we can go back and set up our bone deform here. And in the process of doing that, it'll recalculate everything. Just press spacebar B, we can turn off the templating for now. We go back to rig pose, you'll see now we've got all these new joints, and we've got the jaw, and if we do that, well, it's certainly not doing what we want right now because it's taking the whole face with it, but that new joint is there, and we'll be able to use some capture weights painting later to adjust that and get that what we want. We also want to add some joints into the eye. So again, we're going to go back and set the display flag here and the template flag there. Spacebar B, and we're going to add those joints into here. So if we wanted to go create, we're going to draw one joint from here, and we're going to go right to the center of this right there, and middle click. And for some reason the template's giving us, there we go. Now we're also going to take that from there, and we're going to put another one there, and one there, and put one just above there. And we'll go into modify mode, and we'll call this one eyeball, and we're going to call this lower lid, and this upper lid. Now these are going to be used for these three pieces of geometry here, and we'll be attaching those later and using a different method. But for now we'll just use the tweak mode to put these on top of each other, so all three are happening in the same place. Then we'll be able to rotate the eyeball and the eyelids all appropriately when the time comes. But for now, that does the trick. Now if we set the bone deform here, just going to do some calculating. Now by default we don't need the template anymore. Spacebar B. So those new joints are there. They don't function any way right now, but they are there, and we will take advantage of them as we move forward.